Welcome back friends, this is Ram here and it's 14th tutorial on JavaFX 8. In this tutorial we are going to see how to create a SQLite database connection with a JavaFX application. So let's start with creating a new application. So I'm going to give a name tutorial 14 and finish. So I'm going to delete this previous program. I'm going to set the title JavaFX 8 tutorial 14 on SQLite database connection. I'm going to delete this also. Now next I'm going to add SQL connection class. So save this and go to your projects, create a new Java class and give the name SQL connection and finish. So in this class I'm going to create a database connection, SQL database connection. So I'm going to create connection con. So initially I'm going to initialize connection null. So fix the import for a connection, so it will be Java SQL connection. Okay. Next I'm going to create a connector class. So public static connection, say database connector. And I'm going to add one try catch block. So in the try catch block I'm going to add a path that is database path. So before that I'm going to add one jar file, SQLite jar file. So save this. So here is the SQLite JDBC 3.8.11.2 jar. I'm going to use this jar in my project. So this is the path. I'm going to copy it and paste it for the reference. So I have already downloaded that jar file, so I'm going to add the jar file. So go to your project, right click on library and add jar. So here is the SQLite JDBC 3.8.11.2 jar file. So I'm going to add that jar into my library. So say open. So here is the SQLite JDBC jar added in my project. So next I'm going to add a SQLite manager. To do that, open your Firefox and go to the add-ons. When you download the add-on SQLite manager, it will look like this. Go to the add-on and search for SQLite manager. It will appear like this, SQLite manager. You have to install this add-ons on your browser. So I have already installed it. It will be like this. So when you install and add to it your browser, click on this. So this will be the SQLite manager. So to create a new database, click on database, new database. So give the name to your database. So I'm going to give, say, user database. It will automatically add SQLite extensions to it. So say OK and give the path for your database. I am going to add this SQLite database in my project location. So it is, so I have gone to the project location, that is tutorial 14. I'm going to save the database to my project. So select the folder and it will be add in your folder. So this is the tutorial 14 and this is the SQLite database created in the project folder. So initially it contains nothing, so it's showing 0 KB. So we are going to add one table in the database. So right click and create a table. So I'm going to add first ID, which is of type, say, integer. Then I'm going to add first name, say it's of type text. Then last name, assign data type text. Then I'm going to add email field, so again a text. Now next I'm going to add username field, so say of text and password, and it also text. So set it as a primary key and give your table name. So I am going to say same as database name, so user database. Give your table name and say OK, and it will create some fields which we have added in the table. So our table is created with these fields: ID, first name, last name, email, username and password. Now next add one of the user. Initially I am going to add, say, user ID 1. So first name I will add my name Ram, last name Alapure, email Alapure ram@gmail.com. Next I'm going to set the password. I will set Ram username and password also Ram. So say OK and it will generate a row of username. So it's added in your table. and say OK, and it is already added in the table, so I'm going to cancel it. So this is the field which have generated first name, last name, email, username and password with ID number. Next, so I'm going to open the program and add this path to the SQL connection. So class dot for name, and I'm going to add the SQLite JDBC. So SQLite dot JDBC and semicolon. Next, I'm going to add a connection. So connection equals to driver manager dot get connection So next I'm going to set the connection in the string format. So JDBC colon SQLite, again a colon. Now we have to add the path of the database. So go to your project folder. Here is my project folder, tutorial 14 with user database dot SQLite database. So I'm going to add this path to project. So copy this path and add to your application. So this is the path which we have added, and we have to add the database name. So user database dot SQLite. So this is one of the way to add the path of the database. And in this project we have already added the database file into our project location, so we need not to add this much address. So I'm going to cut this and keep with the user database dot SQLite only. Now next I'm going to return the connection con, and these are the errors because of we have not added a catch block. So catch and for driver manager and get connection fix the import. So it will add java.sql.driver manager. Next I'm going to add class not found exception and SQL exception. So class not found exception or SQL exception. These errors are because of we have not added a return for the connection DB connector. So I'm going to add a return null and add this connection con into the try. There is one more error, and here make this class C capital. So errors are gone. Now next, import the SQL except. So fix the import. Now next we are going to add system dot out dot print line Now we have done with the SQL connection, and save this. Go to your main application, and in this application I am going to create one more class to check whether connection is successful or not. So I'm going to add a new class, check connection, and I'm going to create this class in the application. So public void check connection so in this I'm going to add connection is equals to SQL connection dot database connector semicolon. Then I'm going to check whether connection is or not. Before that I'm going to add here a connection con and fix the import for a connection. Add JavaScript connection. Next I'm going to check whether connection is successful or not. So if connection is null, then I'm going to print system dot out dot print ln, and in this I'm going to print connection is not successful. And exit the application. So system dot exit by compiling once. So next I'm going to add else statement. If connection is successful, then show connection successful. So I'm going to copy this and going to add to the here with connection successful. So this is the check connection class. Save this. We have added in the start application class. So next, run your application. Here it is. As we can see, this printed a connection successful, that is our connection with the database is successful. Now I'm going to, and this is our scene, default primary scene generated with the title SQLite database connection. I'm going to get back. When I make it comment and say save this and run once again. So here it is, it's printing a connection not successful because we have not declared any SQL connection in this. So it will print connection not successful and it will compile once and exit the application, and that is showing the not successful and result for once. Next, in one more way to check the connection. So when you give a wrong path, like say C colon path / and save this and go to tutorial footer and clear this connection SQL connection DB connector, and next run. So when you run with the wrong path, it will give a SQL exception. Here you can see Java SQL exception for a wrong path, and it will show you the path does not exist and print a connection not successful. So I'm going to correct it with the previous path and save this, run once again. So again it is connection successful and with the our application with the title SQLite database connection. So this is the 14th tutorial on JavaFX 8 about the SQLite database connection. If you have any question about this tutorial, ask me in a comment section, or you can mail me on alapureram@gmail.com. And if you like my work, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And in the next tutorial we are going to see login from a database using SQLite. So stay tuned with my channel and bye for now.